Warning. This podcast contains explicit sexual language and should only be listened to at work if you're looking for an excuse to connect with your HR representative. Additionally, all mentions of the word women include cis and trans women. If you are genderqueer, gender fluid, figuring it out, anything in between, and feel like this conversation is also important for you, you are welcome here.
Will you open up with me? These pages, they can feed your innermost desires. Do you feel inspired? Are you getting what you need? Are you coming curiously? A secret safe with me. And here you can simply be yourself. Jace reads romance. Come on in, come on in, come on.
Welcome to another monthly reading wrap-up episode with me, Jace, and Sephi. Well, she's not here right now, but she will be when I ruin all the books for her. And that's what I wanted to warn you about. I'm about to ruin all of these books for Sephi, and you too. So if you want to take a look at the show notes first, in case there's a book you don't want ruined, go ahead and do that. You can find all show notes at jacereadsromance.com/podcast. That's jacereadsromance.com/podcast. And if you don't mind having things spoiled for you, keep on keeping on because we're about to have some fun. Hi, y'all. This is Jace, she, they, and you found Jace Reads Romance, a community dedicated to empowering women about sex and sexuality through the reading of romance novels. I'm back in my office,
Yay!
in my home. Holy forking shirt balls. It has been a long summer already. And
Yes.
July kill me, which you will see. So this is my July reading wrap up. Technically, we are recording this on the 31st. I will pretty much guarantee that I'm not going to finish a book today, which is fine. If for some reason I magically do, I'll update it in the show notes. But last month, I was overly optimistic and then did not finish a single thing. So I'm going to be realistic. What you hear is what you're going to get. Now, here's the best part about all of this. Normally, Sephi and I have a bit more communication throughout the month of like shit that's happening. We're recording other episodes. I kvetch to her about like what I'm reading, what's going well, what's not. I've been pretty radio silent.
Yes.
If you want to learn
nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. If you want to learn more, I'm going to talk about, I think that's where the membership episodes are really, really leaning into is like, how am I as a person? So this is my reading wrap up and it's a cluster. It's a clusterfuck and I'll explain why after. But I'm looking at my stats. So I have read 16 books so far this month, 0 of them physical.
I mean, in your defense,
0.
You were traveling for a majority of this month.
I was, however, I did bring physical books with me. But this is going to shock you. 9 of them were audiobooks.
Wow.
9 were audiobooks. If you remember in June, I read 1 audiobook and I'll get to it, I promise. 4 of them were arcs that I was obligated to read. And for the first time ever since getting arcs, I did not read an arc before its release date. Which should tell you like how shitty in some ways this month has been.
Literally and figuratively.
Is not literally, but like, no, I'm not that kind of, I'm not in digestive distress, friends. Now, In terms of my stats, most of the, and by most, I mean all of the audiobooks are comfort listens that I did while quite ill. So in terms of overall stats, I'm 2 for 2, 2 authors of color, 2 queer books. In the 16, that is no percent. That is like 12% for both of them. Now, of the new books that I've read, there are only 7. 2 of them are by authors of color. 1 of them is queer. Again, not great stats. Better percentage, but not great. And I have to be okay with that because of everything going on around me. But I am back, and I will have all of my purchasing stats for y'all at the end of this episode. It's a combo for June and July because I left in June and books were appearing and I pre-ordered and all of that, but I've picked up all of the books that I can since getting back. Not technically all of them because I had some really good friends who picked them up for me, but I'm not seeing them until the next month. It's just, get yourself some book friends. But let's just go through this.
Deep breath.
I feel like I'm being pulled back into how awful I was feeling this month. And I'm like, oh God, remember when the only thing I could do was lay in a dark room and listen to these audiobooks? So, but the first book I finished was King of Envy by Anna Wong. And oh yeah, is my reaction. Like, yeah. It is a 2 on the spice scale. It's Ayana Envuk, and my notes are billionaire marriage of convenience, mutual pining, he hates everyone but you, morally gray MMC.
I love all of those tropes so much. Like, just chef's kiss. So
the craziest part is this is my second Anna Wong book in a row that I've liked, and I'm like, whoa, this never happens.
I was just going to ask that. I was like, where do you stand on this one? Because you had a little iffiness with her earlier.
It's
with one of her
literally
earlier
like
books.
every other book. It's been every other book in all of these series, but 2 in a row I've really liked. So
good.
I feel like I'm hitting my stride with her. I might give The Striker a chance because that's her other series, and the Defender is coming, and they're all kind of interconnected. These characters appear in all of they're like in the periphery of each other's world. So it's really fun. I'm happy. And then everything collapsed. And what I did in this time of like deep sickness was listen to various Tamora Pierce Tortall books for the most part.
You did text me that, and I was like,
I did.
Jace, I love you so much, which I knew we bonded over our love of Tamora and Tortall and that whole world.
I have it's so good. It's so good.
Like, if you want a fantasy world that isn't Game of Thrones, which is heavy, and Lord of the Rings is heavy, like they're thick.
Well, I was also going to say it's like middle grade. Like this, really like middle grade this was the closest thing to middle grade I think we had growing up.
Yeah, absolutely. But they stand the test. They stand the test for adult readers too. Like they're fantastic. Highly recommend Tamora.
I haven't read her other series. I've only lived in Tortall, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't read Numer's book, only because I feel about Numer's book the same way I did about Solo, the Han Solo movie. Like, cool, but any love interest you present me with has no meaning.
Right, is wrong.
I'm not even rooting for them, so I don't care when they don't end up together.
Exactly.
I know who he ends up with. So the series that I started with was the Wild Magic series, which is the second series in this world.
I love the Wild Magic series.
Such a good one.
So good.
The main character is Dane. She is the wild mage. And I listened to all 4 books in a row. And this is the only series in, as far as I know, again, I haven't listened to New Mares or some of the newer ones. I really stopped after Becca Cooper, which I'll get to. This is the only one done as a full cast. And actually, Tamora Pierce reads the description, and then they have a full cast doing the dialogue. And it's got sound effects
she's
and
the narrator.
Soundtracks.
Like she's the narration,
yes.
and then they have a full...
She's the narration, and then they have a full cast doing all of the characters, which is really cool.
Like, I've been amassing credits on my Audible. I'm like, this is what I will spend my Audible credits on. I'm totally 100%.
It's pretty darn cool.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So these are also, like, well, technically there's a romance. The 3 main series, or the 3 first series, start when these girls, and it's all girls, and they're not the same. Some of them have magic, some of them don't, some of them are fighters, some of them are not. Like, I really, truly love the diversity of female power that exists within this world that we get to see.
Her Alana series, which was the first series that she wrote, is
so good.
So perfect. And it is
so perfect.
All about,
it was written in 1983.
Yes. And it is all about, it's about a woman becoming a knight, essentially. Like that's the
secretly she hides her identity.
Right. Like
because women are allowed to be knights.
No.
It's so good.
It's so good because she is claiming power that she's not allowed to have.
But I'm going to need you to pause that because I listened to that later.
Okay, pause.
But all of these first 3 series start when these girls are between 10 and 12. So there is no romance until they are much older, and specifically with Dane. And I was like, maybe this is where my age gap comes into play. Lana and George, like there's a 7-year age gap there, but like it's friends to lovers. It's so good. So Dane, she has magic, and she gets basically taken in by this, like by the people and the ruling people of Toradol. It's so good. And her mentor becomes Numair, who is this very powerful mage, and they go on these adventures as she grows in her power and as machinations in the kingdom happen. And in the 4th book, they fall in love. Once she's 18, it's fine.
Yes, it's fine.
There's I think like a 10 or 15 year age gap between them.
Yes.
It's pretty significant.
It's a significant, just a little significant age gap.
It reminds me though of like Celine Dion and her husband, where they built this relationship over years, and it wasn't creepy or predatory, and it really grew into something beautiful. And like she mourns, she is in mourning for the rest of her life. Yeah. Like she's in mourning. So
she's been in mourning.
But so she has been in mourning. So the 4 books are Wild Magic, Wolf Speaker, Emperor Mage, and the Realms of the Gods. And it follows Dane from the age of about 12 to the age of 18. As she grows in her power, she builds a community. She becomes a valuable asset to the kingdom of Tortall as the kingdom moves towards war against this, villainous figure. And it was so comforting. And part of the reason why I did this is, as I said, I was lying in a dark room with like my eyes closed. And if I fell asleep, who fucking cared? Do you know how many times I have read or listened to these books? And I could just go back and be like, I know where I left off. I know the story. Or I could, like open my eyes again and be like, you know what? It was only like maybe a chapter. I can just keep listening. Yeah. And that was really comforting to me because my brain could just turn off. at that time.
Which is absolutely what you needed. You were not well.
Well, and I was not better by the end of these books. So the next one I listened to was Mastiff. And this is book 3 in the Becca Cooper series. It's where she falls in love. In the first 2 books, she does not have a real romantic, like, long-term love interest. It's fine. But in this one, she does. And it's such a good falling in love story that I wanted it. Oh, it's so cute. They're on this crazy quest and they're working together, her and Farmer, and they're trying not to fall in love and like be professional. They're trying so hard, and then they get thrown in prison and tortured, and they're finally like brought together in the same cell, and it's just like, I have to, I love you. And there was like something he said about like protecting the prince that they're trying to save. Like he's 4. He's not like an adult prince, a 4-year-old. He's been kidnapped. They're trying to find him. They're trying to save him. And he's like, I'm going to get us out of here. And then I need you to go save the prince. Don't wait for me, because our duty is more important. And she's just like, marry me. She says it like, if like, I love you, we're perfect, you have to marry me. And his response is like, you only needed to ask the once. I was getting sick of waiting. And but it's not just this, and it's such a sweet love story, like building in the background. And these books are much bigger. They start older. I think she's probably like 17 or 18 when these books start. And so she's a bit older to begin with, but it's such a good, long, epic, and heartbreaking. Like, I cry at the end of it every time, and you're just like, no, Tunstall, no. It just... it breaks my heart.
Every time. What I love about it most is that like the Game of Thrones stories, is every series is intertwined together in some way. And it's not always big. It's not always just this huge wrapping around together of storylines. Maybe...
No, this one is Pounce.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Pounce and Faithball.
That's it. Yeah.
And it's George from the first series' ancestor. It's so good.
Yeah. So good.
So good. I listened to another comfort audiobook next. Nope, I wasn't done. We are now mid-July, because the book after this was, I had to finish 2 books by the 15th. So we're now probably at like July 10th, and I have finished 1 reading and I've just been sick. And part of it is that I hated this book. It is The Odds of Getting Even. I don't even remember who wrote it. Amanda Sellett. No. Is my reaction. No.
Really?
It was so many things that I hate. Also done
was this
idiotically.
Was this an arc?
Okay. Yeah, this is like half the books that I read were arcs. I had so many, and I'm still not done with my July arcs. I'm really sorry. I rated this as a 3.5 star. It's just nah. And it was 0 spice, which also annoys me. It's Jean and Charlie. Here are my notes. Fade to black, hidden identity, miscommunication. It's part of a series. Terrible revenge plot. Why? With like 4 exclamation points.
I'm just sitting here as you're listing off the tropes. Like, oh, there's one. Oh, there's another one that you don't like. And there's another one you don't like. I'm like, there's so many things you don't like.
Yeah. It's just dumb. No. You have any questions?
How did you really feel about it?
I would have stopped reading this book if I didn't have it on my NetGalley.
Yeah.
Like,
Oof.
I would have stopped reading this so hard. It's so dumb.
Okay,
That's all I
here's
want.
my actual
Okay,
question.
actual question? Okay.
What is the revenge plot? Like, why is it so bad? I'm curious now.
So Jean works at a high-end hotel. She gets called to one of the like very expensive cabins for towels. She shows up and Charlie is naked for a silly reason that doesn't even matter. But there's instant chemistry and they have like 3 beautiful nights together or days together where she like goes to him after her shift and they bond and they're like really sweet and they of course have fade to black sex, which I'm assuming is perfectly passable. And then she discovers that Charlie didn't lie about who he was. He's the heir to this beer company, and he's also the ex-boyfriend of a pop star who wrote this like everybody assumes wrote this super sexy song about. And she's like, how dare he not tell me who he was? And
she gets revenge for that?
No, yes.
Oh.
And then he, at the same time she's finding out who he is, his like best friend shows up and is like, the paparazzi know you're here. You've been seeing a girl. She must have tipped them off. And so he just leaves to go back home. And the person who told Jean who Charlie was like, well, I'm a reporter and I want the scoop. So I'll get you into this fancy party his dad is throwing if you pretend to be this person, if you get me inside information. But like Jean is basically like, I just want you to feel shitty for lying to me. And so she shows up and it's like, my name is Emma or
whatever.
Lindsay. I don't even know what her pretend name was. It doesn't matter. And he's like, she's so cool and she's here. Is it a game? I'll call you whatever name you want. And she's like, revenge. And he's like, you're so pretty. I hated it.
Oh my God.
And she's like, he didn't seem experienced enough sexually to be the subject of this crazy lustful pop song. I'm like, the twist was so obvious. I was like, I'm banging my head against the wall. I hate it so much. I hated it so much.
Oh no.
And so my next 2 audiobooks were Alana books. It was Alana, the First Adventure, and In the Hand of the Goddess, which are the first 2 books in the Alana series. And the Alana series takes place over many more years than Dane's series or even Kel's series. The first book is 4 years, the second book is 4 years, and then I think the next books are each about a year, maybe 2. So she gets to be an adult real fast.
It has to cover her entire journey into becoming.
Yes. So it's the 8 years between starting as a page and becoming a knight. So the first book is her as a page, second book is her as a squire, and then as a knight, the last 2, the big adventures. And they're just good. This series does have intimacy in it, but it's off page. It's never explicit. It just is like their beds were together. So I only listened to the first 2 because I didn't want to listen to the other ones.
Fair.
But I was feeling a little bit better. And I read 3 books in a row. So I read Roll for Romance by Lenora Woods. This was another arc. And my reaction was cute.
Okay.
Cute. Yeah. It was a 1 on the spice scale. Sadie and Noah are the 2 main characters. Contemporary, friends to lovers, D&D inspired, small town slow burn, found family life crisis.
Okay. Yeah. I think sometimes just every so often you just need a cute. You know what I mean? Like you don't need a super spicy. You don't need a super dark. You just need a cute.
Oh, I should mention like ginger MMC. I should put that in there. Love a big burly ginger MMC.
Mm-hmm. That's a plus.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always gonna go for a little bit more like spice.
Yeah.
I like if you're gonna have the spice, I want the spice. But
Right.
this is cute.
Yeah.
It was cute. Next book was a novellas, Magic Steals Back to Alona Andrews. So when I finally was like, I don't need to read another arc right now. I want to read things that are going to make me happy. I went back to the Kate Daniels world. This novella was fuck yeah. And it is a 1 on the spice scale. It's called Magic Steals. It's Dolly and Jim. These novellas are typically not Kate. So it's Dolly's perspective. And my note is Dolly wants to take things to the next level with Jim. She thinks he's going to leave her one day. She gets asked to help with magic stuff. He comes along. She's a badass. He shares that he loves her. They have sex. This is during Magic. Oh, this also is happening like during the previous book, Magic Rises.
Okay.
And he announces she's his mate.
Oh, okay.
So then I went right into the next book, which is Magic Breaks. Holy shit is my feeling about that book.
Okay.
Holy shit. It is also a 1 on the spice scale. These are not spicy books. It offends me. My note is I really appreciate the author's note at the beginning of this book explaining how in this book big things happen. That way I wasn't surprised. It also helps that I knew this wasn't the end of the series. Hugh shows up and almost starts a war. Curran is out of town. Kate finds a way to stop the battle. Then Hugh kidnaps her. Curran finds her. And Roland asks to meet. Then Kate and Curran leave the pack.
Whoa. That is big things happening.
So many, like I thought Roland was going to be the big bad of this series. So Roland is Kate's dad. He's been alive for thousands of years. He is just like the embodiment of magic. And they meet and he's like, huh, I'm totally intrigued by you. Cool. I love it. And he's just like, and you're like, okay, cool. We're just gonna go. Okay, cool, fine. Yeah. So it's a little odd.
Okay.
But again, the author's note, like the fact that I knew it wasn't the end, and the author's note at the beginning, which said like, hey, this is gonna feel like the end. It's not the end. Like we know it's a big thing. It was really good. This is a really good book. Really good book.
I need to read this series. You have read all of these, all of them, and I need to. Like, it's so up my alley.
Number 7. Yeah, so that's number 7. And the thing that I thought was going to break them up happened, and instead they handled it like a couple, and it just is beautiful. I love it.
Yay!
I know. I'm really enjoying it.
We act like adults.
We act like adults. And when things are not exactly like things that we thought were immovable are not. Yeah. But then I was also not feeling well. Jet lag, friends. Jet lag. Jet lag and everything else. Europe tried to kill me.
It tried really, really hard.
It tried so hard. So I came home and like I was chatting with my mother about like the whole thing and everything that was going on over there. And she was like, I am so sorry that you went all the way to Europe and had such a terrible time.
Right. Like,
I survived. It's fine. Anyway, so I listened to Squire, which is book 3 of the Protector of the Small series, which is Kel's series. You can't start with book 3. But friends, I've listened to all of these. Like I've read all of these.
You know
these books are destroyed. Yeah. It's fine. And I love Squire so much.
I think Kel's series is one of my
It's so good.
I think it's one of my top of hers.
Oh, it's so good. Alana's books and Kel's books are both single narrator. Yes. So very different than Dane's series, but I love Squire. It's such a good, fun story. And they got thick. Like this is when the books got thick.
Thick, yeah.
You have like a normal size, first two books. I think it's called First Test and then Page and then Squire.
So I remember checking it out from the library and I'm like, what? It's such a big difference.
It's twice as big as the previous one.
I know.
It's so good. And something that Tamora Pierce has talked about in the years since writing that series is she would call Kel ace or demisexual.
Mm-hmm. I remember
now,
I remember reading that.
Reading about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that, that she going back. And this was a book that was published in 2001, you know, so many, many years ago, that this is a character who she believes is ace. And or on that demi spectrum, they have to like get to know someone.
Get to know someone before they have that attraction.
And so there's like talk about intimacy, but there is no intimacy because it's not really on Kel's radar.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's just like, super fun.
I cannot recommend these books enough.
More highly. Like I don't have ratings for them because they are perfection. I think on Goodreads I like listed them all as 5 stars because they are all 5-star reads. They are.
Exactly. They are. They 100% are.
They just are. And then I got back to my arcs. I got back to arcs that I needed to read. The first one was Give Me a Reason by J.C. Lee. J.C. Lee is the author that wrote That Prince Is Mine. And this is, my reaction to it was, because it's a persuasion retelling. And I don't know persuasion really well. So unlike Pride and Prejudice, where I could be like, oh, look at all of these things. I know
persuasion.
You love persuasion.
I know persuasion,
you know persuasion
so well.
I don't. So I was just like, you poor pining people. I just want you to be together. There's so much pining and yearning and emotion and like slow burn.
That's my
misreading of all the signs.
So much misreading.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He clearly loves you. Like just
like that's my mom's favorite Jane Austen story.
Jane Austen.
Yeah. And so I have seen every film version of it. And also, side note, it's my mama's birthday today when we're recording. So happy birthday, Mama.
Happy birthday. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I don't know it very well. And so like the mutual pining and yearning but it was a 1.5 on the Spice scale. And my notes were persuasion, retelling, contemporary, second chance, slow burn, forced proximity, family drama.
Oh God, yes. So I have a question.
Yeah.
I do have a question for this one because I know this story.
Yeah, because you know the story.
What is the family drama? Because in the actual persuasion, it's like it's money issues and whatever it is in that century of England. But what is it for this contemporary retelling? I'm curious.
So in this story, Anne and Frederick, I don't even know if those were their names in Persuasion.
They are.
Oh, good. Okay. So Anne and Frederick are secretly dating when they're in college. Anne is 2 years older than Frederick. And she's like, I love him so much. He is everything. Why would he love me? And her family goes through some dire financial straits. Her father made some bad choices. And her aunt encourages her to audition for a K-drama TV show. She was minoring in theater. She kind of wanted to be an actor. And she gets it. And it's a huge role. And it comes with enough money to keep her family in the black while they figure their shit out. And so she leaves for Korea and becomes a huge star in K-dramas over there. But because she doesn't want Frederick to like give up his dreams or leave his family and move to Korea and realize he doesn't love her and she's not worthy of him, she breaks up with him. And 10 years have gone by and she is now back in the States. She wants to transition into Hollywood and that's the American film industry. And it turns out Frederick at first was like, I'm going to become a finance bro and you're going to regret it. And then he was like, I hate this. I'm going to be a firefighter. I want to be a firefighter. And becomes captain of a station near where they all lived. And her cousin gets engaged to one of his best friends, a lieutenant in the firehouse. And so they are both in the wedding party and they're like thrust together. And her older sister and father are just like trash humans. But luckily, like we don't see much of them.
That
We don't
tracks
see much of
completely
them.
for that
Yeah.
is like a perfect
I
retelling.
figured it was the book.
Yeah.
And but luckily we don't deal with them. We just see them
Good.
kind of being trash and her and Frederick being like, what the like Frederick being like, what the fuck? Like, why are you terrible? And her being like, oh, sigh, my dad and sister being who they are. But there's just so much mutual pining and like
so much.
10 years of longing.
Like it's like the film versions are painful to watch because it is so much.
The next book is The Sun in Her Burn by Gianna Darling. This was an arc. It is already out. And it a very polite fuck you is my reaction. Yeah, but like Gianna knows. Like she knows what she's doing. The third book comes out. It'll all be fine by the end of the year. It was a 2.25 on the spice scale. The main characters are Sebastian, Adam, and Linnea. So spoilers if you read the Moon and His Tides and were wondering how she was going to fix that. She's not. So it's MMF, my favorite. And the my notes are cliffhanger, second chance, friends to lovers, secret relationship, kink, age gap. Age gaps. Actually, everybody has an age gap. Yeah, because there's an age gap between Sebastian and Adam, and there's an age gap between Adam and Linnea, and certainly and Sebastian and Linnea. So
yeah.
there's just I forgot to put slow burn. How? I don't know how she slow burned with the amount of sexual tension in this book. That was literally one of my notes. Is like, how have you let this burn be so slow?
Okay, so is that the same?
Yeah.
Remind me, is it the same couple, same trio from the? No,
it's not the same trio from the first book.
Oh.
But we get all three of their perspectives. So remember in the first book, I said we never got the female character's perspective. We never got her point of view.
That's
we
right.
We get Linnea's point of view in this. It ends on a cliffhanger. It is very reminiscent for me of American Prince.
Okay.
And I knew, like, I was really lucky I got to talk to Gianna in London at Rare. So, like, she warned me. I knew it wasn't as bad of a cliffhanger. And the third book will come out this year. So I know the end is in sight. And I was chatting with Bookersley Haley about it because we both got to read it. And we were like, ooh, what do you think? Like, this is going to happen in the next book, or this is going to happen in the next book. It was great. The one thing I didn't know until this book is, because I was in the first book, Sebastian is 18, 19. He's so young. And there's a lot of family drama going on in the background. In this book, it's 10 years later.
Oh, gosh.
10 years. Yeah. 10-year jump.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, I should have written mutual pining, because there's been some mutual pining. It's awful. But in this book, all of his siblings have like had shit happen to them. And so I went to her website. I'm like, I wonder if we get books of all the other siblings. Turns out Sebastian is the last sibling to get a book. But chronologically, his first book happened before all the other sisters. So now I want to go back and read their books.
Right. Of course.
Because I'm like, wait, I need to know how all of this happened. I actually forgot that I finished Lady Night last night by Tamora Pierce.
Aww.
So I did finish Lady Night. So I guess that's 17.
That is 17.
17, which is the final book in Kel's series.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so good. One of my favorite moments in that is Kel she's so loyal and she takes her responsibilities so seriously.
So serious.
And she, Tordal's at war again. Sucks. And she's always at war. And then she's put in charge of a refugee camp. She's like has to build it. She has to maintain it. She has to train the refugees. She takes her responsibility so seriously. And while she's out, left the camp to go make her reports to, the person in charge, her refugee camp is attacked and all of her people are kidnapped. Like 500 people. That's right. And she's like, I know you said that I can't go get them. I'm gonna desert and go get them.
I'm gonna go get them. Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go get them. And the person in charge of the army is like, what do you mean you lost her? When she doesn't show up appropriately. And her Nightmaster from Squire, Lord Raoul, is like, you didn't plan for this? Like, I would have chained her. I would have wrapped her in chains and thrown her over a horse. Like,
what were you thinking?
You did not know this was going to be the end result of that.
Right.
Like, and so like Raoul sends a company. Raoul's like, hey friends, want to go help her? Like, yeah.
Yes.
And then a bunch of other people desert. It's so, and she's like, stop it, you'll get in trouble. And they're like, and you
like what yeah.
You're just out for a joyride? Like, what's going on?
Exactly. She's so funny, and I love her so much. So
funny.
Basically, this whole episode has been an ad for Tamora Pierce.
Oh my god! Wait, I forgot that after Mastiff, I listened to a different, a not Tamora Pierce book, and I should talk about it. I listened to Love Hacked by Penny Reid. Which is the third book in her Knitting in the City series. And she's such a goddess. The original recording had errors in it, and they couldn't get the original narrator back to re-record. And so it got pulled from a lot of things. And I said to her at a signing, like, I just loved her accent. I loved the way that she did it. It just, I don't jive as well with the new recording. And so she put the old recording up for purchase on her website.
Oh.
And then I bought the old recording. So like, I know there are errors in it, but I loved it so much. This is Sandra and Alex. It is an age gap. It's just like, it doesn't even fucking matter because like, I'm not judging this. It's a story that I love.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Here are my notes. My notes are like contemporary age gap. He's guarded. She's a therapist. Mutual obsession. NSA shit. Set in Chicago. Marriage to protect you. Found family.
Oh, I like that.
I just loved it. I loved it. Oh, I should say that he's a virgin. He's a virgin.
That's interesting.
I know. And he's like adorable, and I love him so much. They go to Wait, Don't Tell Me. Amazing. They go to a recording of it. And it makes my heart happy. Yes. So that was I listened to that after Mastiff.
Okay.
And finished it before the odds of getting even. So that is all 17. I was wrong. 17 books. And the only way that I'm currently reading 2 ebooks right now. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I haven't been able to like open a physical book. And I can only read like 1 chapter at a time. I can go from one to the next. And sometimes I can do a second chapter from each one, but like that's all I can handle right now.
That's what your mental state can handle. That's okay.
That's what my mental state can handle right now. I'm okay with it. I'm reading.
Yes.
I'm reading. And
that's the most important thing.
Yeah. I won't finish them today. I doubt it, but Oh, this is longer than I thought it would be. And
It's
I think
because
it's we kept talking
waxed,
about Tamora Pierce.
I was like, we waxed poetical about Tamora Pierce.
But before we leave, I want to talk about what I purchased, because I did purchase books in the months of June and July. I purchased 77 books.
Jeez.
At least all they're all technically more, but they're not with me, so they don't count. 36 of those books 36 of those books were by authors of color, which is 46.75%. I got very intentional, but only 14 because I have a Julie Murphy, Sierra Simone book. I don't know if it's queer, but it's them, so I guess it's queer. And like sometimes I miss when books are queer but not a queer presenting couple, like if it's a bisexual main character but they're with a straight presenting partner, or like the couple is MF. I haven't done my due diligence with that. I haven't done my actually Undercutting of Rosie no, it's 15 because that one has that Undercutting of Rosie and Adam. Okay, so it's 15 queer stories, which is 19.48%, which is really close to my 20.
Really
so
close.
Crushed it with my authors of color, and close with my queer stories. There again might be one or two that I've missed because of that like queer presenting. But if you want, I am planning to do that recording and release it mid-August instead of the end of August. So go to the YouTubes and you can find that video there. It will be long because it's 77 fucking books. Love you. My hope is that I am better in the month of August. I'm feeling better. There's also been a lot of drama, which might be another bonus episode or might be something I talk about in the next month, with one of the conferences that I was supposed to attend. So I have to redo a lot of my TBR for that. It's going to be some bookshelf moving, surprising no one. And, but who knows what I'm going to be reading next. And it's really, this getting sick has made me really rethink my ARC reading. And if I want to continue that in 2026, I think the answer is no.
And that's not a bad thing. Just for...
It's not a bad thing. And I, like, as I think about this, like, this might be an episode that I talk about. Like, this might be a future episode of, like, why I'm not going to do ARC reading in 2026.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was July. That was the insanity that was July, friends. Just, oh, Lord Almighty. Thank you for making it to the end. Thank you, Seffi, for making it to the end.
Always.
And I will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Jace Reads Romance is a 3 Paws Productions podcast. Produced by Seffi, edited by Michael Achenbach. Our theme song is written and performed by Diana Weishauer. For show notes and more, head to www.jacereadsromance.com. That's JAYCE Reads Romance. Follow us on socials at Jace Reads Romance everywhere. For more exclusive content, visit us on Substack, where you'll find extended episodes, bonus episodes, and more. Have a question, story, or book recommendation you know I'll love? Email Jace at jacereadsromance.com or call and leave a voicemail at 661-JACE-RR. That's 661-529-2377. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you're listening to this podcast. And as always, this is Jace, holding space for you.